Right. Well, we're just waiting for the last one to connect. But in the meantime, welcome to what could possibly be, unless the final session, the final episode. So they fought their way across everywhere.
Okay, why is it gone
Spires of
completely quiet?
Xin-Shalast, and now we're in the final.
Because we're all holding our
the
breath.
Big guy.
Yep.
Oh, so I haven't dropped out.
When we left you last, someone summoned some construct sentinels broken in the rule set, so I fixed them. Also, not that it really matters being the very last game, but obviously going forward, as I've also fixed. Well, quite a few spells have been modified to put them in line with the advanced. Because I was going to have to do it anyway, so it's been done. So certain powers probably got a few more options here and there than they had before. Not that it really matters this late in the day. But I do think it might possibly give Bert some power points back because they swapped the mirror image and the construct sentinels around.
Oh, did they now, huh?
Yes, because mirror image was meant to be the top one, and the original on the list before it wasn't. Also, I think they reduced the cost by 1 point on all of them, actually.
And he just summoned it.
Yeah, I just summoned a
yeah,
pair of them, yeah.
He just when we had him, he teleported away the fiend, and you went.
Oh, no, I summoned them next to where he just teleported to.
Yeah, because he teleported away the fiend to get away from us, and then you went. I've had enough of this, man.
Okay, so you put the constructs.
That's where we finished.
You teleported the constructs to him, did you?
Well, just summoned them there.
No, he summoned them. The guy teleported away, and Bert went. I've had enough of this. And
okie dokie. You might get a couple of power points back there, but in the meantime, it's Snookums' go.
Right, Snookums. Well, there's really only one person left that Snookums can get to, sort of, mostly. So Snookums is going to come over here and use athletics to test the dragon.
Okay. Test that dragon. Written or oral test. On what subject?
It is a test on his ability for a lizard to chase a cat.
Okay. Are you happy with a 4, Snooks?
I believe I am happy with the 4, at least for now. Oh, well.
He's very good, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Righty-ho. Construct Sentinel number 1.
Okay, Construct Sentinel number 1 is going to try to smack around Karzog. Let me make sure I've got all of the appropriate. There is.
I should have opened his character sheet before you all connected. I've noticed. What I have noticed is it's only opening the first character sheet in a session seems to cause the pause these days. Every one after the first one's fine. It's just open. So must remember from now on to open one from the combat tracker before the game starts.
Okay, I will need access to the Construct Sentinel.
They should be on your ally tab. Oh, except of course it doesn't work.
There it is.
Except it doesn't work that way, does it? Because they're specific ones from the combat tracker now, aren't they? They're not linked to that one. So I'll better give you both of them. There you go. Contract Sentinel's the one on the left.
Okay, and I spent the points to increase his fighting and strength and vigor.
I seem to recall you did that, yes. Okay. Fighting. On B. B. I know there's a way to do all 3 together. Which also means toughness is up 1 as well, doesn't it?
Yes, and then I also gave them the Formation Fighter Edge.
Didn't you cast it with a raise as well, which also gives them an extra point of strength and an extra point of toughness for casting it with a raise,
This is true.
and makes them resilient?
Okay, so they're resilient. And you're saying 2 dice to strength and vigor, are you? Is that what you're saying?
I think
And a +2 to toughness, yeah.
5. They last for 5 rounds, don't they?
I believe it is just normal, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they also need the Formation Fighter Edge.
Yeah, that's not automated, so you just have to do that yourself.
Oh, is it not? Okay. Oh, that's right. The right.
The gang up should be, but obviously the actual extra damage you have to do manually.
Okay, so the first one's going to step in and chop at Karzog.
Okay. I'll target Karzog for you from him. There you go. That's Construct Sentinel, not Construct Sentinel 2. He misses.
Wow, needs a 9. Okay, yep, he misses.
And the second one, I assume, will move in. Do the same. Oops, sorry.
Do this. Nope, all good. All good.
No, you
And do the same thing. Yeah.
You need an 11.
This one, yeah, this one because he's moved in will get a gang up bonus, won't he? Of course, he'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll get the gang up and the.
Oh, hang on, hang on.
Improved block.
He shouldn't have heavy cover on, so it doesn't make any difference to the first one. But I do need to turn the cover off because I'm in melee with him. There you go. It doesn't mean the first one would have hit, but anyway.
Yeah, the second one still would have missed.
That's might hit though.
Oh yeah.
That's a hit.
Still only a hit, huh? Bummer.
Yeah, he's got improved block by looks of things.
Okay, but he knows he's been smacked.
Can I ask you a question? So why did you say the cover would go?
Because it wasn't a ranged attack; it was a melee attack.
Aye, but I thought we'd leave the cover modifier on.
Oh, because it calculated it in the first one, didn't it?
It should. That's weird because it shouldn't.
He's down there swimming in the lava, isn't he?
I don't think he's reached it yet.
Gonna spend a penny there.
He's down there swimming in the lava, isn't he?
What, your Benny? Sorry.
I'm not sure what he's trying to grab hold of, but he's failing, whatever it is.
Crying out loud. I give up.
Yeah.
Okay, he's staying down there. Chelsea, you're up. Oh, hang on, though. Is he? I'm being stupid. And I've just wasted 3 bennies.
Well, if you've wasted them, just leave yourself back.
I'll spend the penny to maintain my conviction.
Yep, okay.
And I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Oh, that's a crappy run.
You know, this is frustrating from my point of view. Last week I left just as I was about to get to Karzog, and this week I've come back and I'm where he was, and he's where I was.
Okay, well, all I can do this time is run because I can't get close enough to do anything else.
Dookie. Oh yeah, but you did push the warden of runes into the lava. Oh, it's your go, Jelsa. You did push the warden into the runes into lava.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you were just about to nail him, and he teleported away from you. That's why I ended up over there.
How much damage does
Yeah.
the warden take for being in the lava?
Nothing at all.
Okay, that puts me close enough where I should be able to. Let me see what the range on this wand is.
Did you say something about starting the session with no bennies?
It might.
Just asking. Just asking.
No one's out there to be nice. Someone might have to hack this stream and do it for you.
Please,
playing.
sir, can we have some bennies?
No, that's not no, I'm not close enough to that one. So let me.
Pennies.
Bennies, glorious bennies, shiniest.
Okay, you're using your wand of magic missiles on him. Doing woo.
Doing woohoo!
That's a
like it.
wound. That's a wound upon Karzog.
And I'm gonna spend a Benny to keep the conviction going another round.
Okie dokie. I shall take that.
Pardon me.
Okay, what's he got? He's got. Well, that's a typo. You shouldn't have that. That's okay.
I've done wounds to him before, and he's still not wounded. I'm really concerned that.
Oh, he is this time.
Ouch! Not just a fail, but a crit fail. Great timing.
Indeed. Hang on, it treated that as a success, even though he.
This guy is the what's standing between Jelsa and being able to get back to Sandpoint and a wedding. So.
Okay. Right. I'm going to move the combat tracker on, so don't press it. The blue dragon. Okay, well, the blue dragon was targeting Bert. I think it's time to. The blue dragon's got lots of bennies. It's time to use them. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to go for. Okay, so. The dragon's going to move up the steps to here. And then it's going to take a frenzied attack upon Bert.
Critically failed because it rolled 2 1s on the d10s.
I just found a really weird little quirk fault thing. When you drop the details of Mythic Slayer onto the hotbar at the bottom, even though it's an edge, it calls it a hindrance.
Interesting.
Yeah, a weird little quirk.
How the hell did you turn? Hang on, oh no. How the hell does a 13 miss you?
Because in preparation for fighting the dragon, I got my shield and dragonbane sword out. I'm wearing a cloak of displacement and a Sihedron ring. And it's large and attacking something that's normal, and you probably didn't put SWAT on it.
But that's by the by. But the point I want to know is why you've got Order Heroes twice.
That I couldn't tell you.
That is odd.
They don't stack.
And one time is listed as +2, and the other time is listed as +1.
I have
Tell
no
you-
idea.
I'll tell you why that is, because, let's see, Aye. That's just what
Ah,
it is.
no, I see why, because the shield has parry +2, cover +2, and then it's got the enchantment for parry +1, so it's got 2 separate sets of parry bonus.
Ah, yes. Did you rename that?
Did I rename it? Yes.
Okay.
I renamed all my magic items.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, yeah. So it's just the way it's done it. Yes, it's because yeah, fine. Okay, I accept that. Okay, but the dragon should have swap. Still means it misses, but that's absolutely fine. I can live with that. Righty ho. Next up is you.
Well, guess what? I'm going to hit the dragon. Now, you've said the powers have changed to be as they are in the Advanced
So I was
Players
just
Guide.
making sure that it doesn't have the most fun. The powers are, however, they're listed on your character sheet. And you click on the shortcut.
Right, so what I mean is...
However, the rule set hasn't been recoded, so you entangle someone, it doesn't change.
That's what I wanted to know. So I will find him. Yeah, your mic is really picking me up loads.
I readjust it again.
Right, so let us bind the dragon.
See, I can change the powers, but I can't change the hard coding.
Yeah, sure. Ask me that. So he is bound. Then I shall try and smack.
It's hard coded into Suede, so you know what I mean? I'd have to rip the code out of Suede, get it into the Savage Worlds rule, Pathfinder rule, and I'll just have to wait till the deal comes back, and everyone will just have to accept it's wrong.
Until that point, yeah. Pop that there.
It's a really interesting one. Unless the latest rulebook's been updated, you've got an interesting situation where they haven't changed it in Suede, but they have changed it.
Changed the what?
When you're entangled, you're not distracted. You're now vulnerable.
Oh, aye,
Yeah.
aye, that's right. Aye.
But I don't know if they've changed that in the latest printing of the Suede rulebook, because of course I don't have the latest printing of the Suede rulebook.
A PDF will it not?
Yes, but I haven't bothered looking.
Oh, right, okay.
I spend all my time playing Savage Pathfinder these days.
I know. Do you know what? I'm exactly the same now. I spend too many times converting books and I don't actually reading them.
You know what? I think I'll use a Benny. Yeah, I'll do.
Well, it's like 2 wounds it is.
And then I will take a step back from it.
Take a step back from it.
Right. My turn at that point. Am I okay to end my turn, or do you need to?
Yes, you are. No, you're fine now. I was sorting a couple of things out earlier. That's why I said to Jelsa,
Righto.
feel free to end your turn. Okay, the Warden of the Runes. Getting very annoyed.
What's annoying you?
Hang on, he might be immune to fire, but is he drowning now because he's underneath the lava?
Didn't he take falling damage?
And he's failed to swim in the lava, so he must be drowning by now.
That's not the athletics rolls aren't for swimming.
Then he's definitely drowning.
Unless he doesn't need to breathe.
Hmm.
Might not. I might be making a mistake here. Yeah. Okay. Arena, you're up. You notice they definitely tweaked the dice code to make it a lot crapper now. Everyone's dice.
I hadn't noticed that actually. Okay. I can't see how many I've done here.
Jiminy's turned up, and you know what he said, don't you?
Hooray!
Yay!
Raw.
Then vanished.
Say it again. Say it again.
For the record, I only allow one person to say it once every hour.
I knew there'd be some kind of a limit.
Is that once every 60 minutes or once in each hour? Because, if he says it again in 7 minutes, it'll be gone 8 o'clock.
Okay. That's not quite what I was going for, but never mind. I've got a wolf.
I don't think you'll
One
ever
day.
But this was your last chance, wasn't it? Technically.
I want a tactical assault unicorn.
Is there one in there? Is there? Can you get a unicorn?
No, it's a rhinoceros, a tactical assault unicorn.
A tactical assault unicorn. Well, like I said before, I suspect Irina didn't stay home enough on Saturday nights, and therefore she doesn't have the right credentials. She doesn't meet the very restrictive criteria to get a tactical assault unicorn.
I definitely was out doing things I shouldn't ought to. As is
Yeah.
quite obvious by what I kept from and took to my cottage to play with.
There you go. There's your dog wolf 2. Why it's dog
Thank
wolf 2,
you.
I don't know. But anyway. I wonder why it's wolf 2. That's the interesting number. But anyway, there you go. Actually, I might have
Is it
just
on
broken
the map?
I might have just broken the link. So let me get rid of dog wolf 2. And where do you want it?
Right next to me. It kind of has to appear next to me, and then I move it from there. Thank
It's
you.
got a range of smart. Oh, of course, it's from the bag, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
I reach into the bag and find something that feels a little bit like a tribble, and I pull it out, and it turns into whatever I roll.
Indeed.
And you can't throw a bit of fluff very far, so.
Yeah. Now it's.
Mind you,
thing isn't turning it.
yeah.
Why haven't I got it now? Never mind. I don't appear to have any control over it at all. So basically, it's heading towards Jelsa down that path as fast as its legs can carry it, so it will run.
Light and vision movement is on.
I just don't have control of the wolf.
Have you? Yeah,
No, that's me.
that's okay. No, but because I changed the name of it. Do you remember we worked out? If you change the name after I give you the character, you have to use. You can't use dog/wolf 2. You have to use the one I just shared called wolf. I think to get access to its.
I never got the one you shared called wolf. I got the original one. You told me to get rid of it. I did, and the other one never turned. Ah, now I've got it. Thank you.
It's okay. Sorry. So you can make
It's
the
all right.
roll now if you want. Unless you want the wolf to stop when it reaches Jelsa.
So it can go 10.
Yeah. Just
Um,
gets it to there.
lovely.
Look at that running sideways. Let's change its direction. Okay.
Very clever thing.
Okay. Okay. It's time for Karzog to have a go, isn't it? Okay. Right. Well, first things first. I know what he's going to do. Scroll.
I put it down somewhere. I'm too busy.
That went up in cost. Oh, what the hell? Let's go for it. It costs me 1 power point if it doesn't cast. Okay, that's 15 power points, which takes him 8 down. Okay, so he casts Time Stop. He now gets 2 additional. He grants a total of 2 additional turns. Okay, so for his first turn, he's going to perform 2 actions. He is going to, using his Burning Glaive, attack Construct Sentinel number 2. Hitting it with a raise. But not harming it. And for his second action, he's going to attack Construct Sentinel number 1. Why couldn't that be the damage roll? Why couldn't that be the damage roll?
I think the damage roll was good enough anyway.
Okay, he shakes Construct Sentinel number 2. And then for that's the end of his first additional action. For his second additional action,
Flipping it, can I have his dice?
he's going to teleport to over there. Then I'm going to clear all his targets and end his. Then I'm going to turn back on his cover bonus because now he's up higher elevation than everyone else again. Obviously behind cover. Okay, Domjad, you're up. Well, if you say I can have a Benny Jiminy Monkey, you can give everyone else Bennies as well. That seems fair to me.
Very quiet.
Well, first I'll teleport using the Cloak of Mountebank to chase after him.
Okay.
If that's the game we're playing.
Okay, so you teleport over there.
And then we are going to conviction is still running, but we're going to spend a Benny to maintain conviction anyway.
I made a deal with Jimmy Monka that basically if he said I can have a Benny, you can have Bennies. So there we are.
What is that? If you had a Benny, I got a Benny.
Yes.
Benny's my phone reveal. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to switch to. I'm going to put the shield down. I'm going to wild attack with the rune forged weapon. Now he's not undead. He's not undead, is he?
No, I have to be honest. Actually, this in D20, this guy's pretty unpleasant. I imagine.
He's not exactly nice in Savage World.
No, but they've sort of. Well, I suppose actually looking at the reading, I can still do it.
Get that to misses. So the 12 missed him. Yes.
The 12 missed him. Yes.
No, the heavy cover was there.
The heavy cover was there, which of course shouldn't have been.
So I had.
Which means the 12 should have been a hit.
Right. Okay. The second attack wouldn't happen. So.
Sorry, I feel getting to turn it.
4 wounds as he teleports. I teleport with him, and then stab him with smite. Paladin smite.
I reckon you teleported there and held the sword out, and he teleported onto him.
Okay, he is wounded. But you're up.
Okay, since the dragon is discombobulated, Bert will start by moving down here.
Hang on, I need to turn Carl's on. Have her back on now, don't I? Okay, move down to there.
And since this Warden of Runes is down there swimming in the magma without any problems, he has got to be a fire-related creature of some type. So I am going to fire my charitable Firebane longbow at him.
Thank you very much. Looks like a beast.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a very effective plan.
Yeah, it's quite impressive, really. Was that just firing a magical arrow at him with no special anything on it?
Yeah, no special markings or anything. Just here to take some damage.
Oh, hang on. He's not an evoker.
But he's a fire-based creature. If he's down there in that magma and taking no damage.
He's just got immunity to fire. He's not because he
Right,
he isn't.
right. That's why he's taking damage. Fire-related creature, maybe I should say.
Except I'm not sure if he counts as that. He's been given permanent environmental protection against fire. It's not native to him. It's part of the process that makes him a rune giant. Is what I'm trying to say.
Fine. Apparently, I rolled the wrong damage then. Fine.
Look. You know what? I'm not going to argue the toss anyway, but because he does breathe sparks, so the rules aren't exactly clear. So I'm just what I'll do instead is I'll soak 2 of the 4 wounds. How's that instead?
Okay.
It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go with it because I don't care. Oh, he does. He qualifies as transmuter, not as an evoker.
Well, my spear can hurt him, but I can't reach him when he's down there.
Wait, not my fault. You threw him down there.
Thought it was a cool thing to do.
I thought it was a dangerous thing to do. So I mean, come on. Okay. Well, Snooks is starting to get a little frustrated because everybody keeps running away from him.
I'd love it if I could conjure Snooks a set of wings.
Well, that's kind of what I was saving up money for. Was basically boots of flying for Snooks, but make it into like a harness of flying, so that the wings would sprout out on his back.
Well, you just need to get Jelson to make it for him, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, well, I suppose we've got 2 levels left. Maybe I'll come up with an adventure one day so we can use these guys again just for a mini campaign. Just because someone wants to use their tactical battle unicorn.
Oh, brilliant, just for me.
Okay, so instead, Snooks is going to come over here and growl at the dragon. We are going to try an intimidation against the dragon.
Actually, did you not make fear rolls about the dragon? Oh well, too late now. God, it's got magic. What powers has it got?
Which kind of dragon is it?
Blue dragon.
I'll have a look.
10 is a pretty good intimidate. Oh, a 10 is a very good intimidate.
Okay, distracted well, actually it's already entangled, so it's already distracted and vulnerable, I'm afraid.
It's got boost trait, environmental protection, illusion, invisibility, protection, and sound with 25 power points.
Indeed. Oh, I just meant I was looking up. So the wounds apply, the hunter snare doesn't. So you actually still get the raise, so you get to roll on the creative combat table. Let's see what Snooks does to the dragon. Nothing, unfortunately.
Actually, he does, because that means even if the dragon gets free of being bound on its next turn, it remains vulnerable and distracted.
Yes, but if I put it on again, Fantasy Grounds will double it. So I'm going to have to. You'll get. I'm sure you lot will remind me the second to put it on. Construct Sentinel number 1 is no longer shaken.
Okay, so he will fly over here next to Karzog.
Does he fly?
I added fly to one of his abilities whenever I summoned him.
Oh, for flip's sake!
Because Karzog had teleported, and I didn't want to have to make them run around, so I gave them flight. Yes.
Which is absolutely fine because, of course, Karzog wouldn't know that at this point.
Now he does.
Now he does.
Rise!
And I had a hiccup. I need you to give me the Sentinels again, please.
Okay, there's Sentinel 1. There's Sentinel 2.
I just love the idea of a several-ton dragon being scared of a teeny cat.
I totally think the other Sentinels should just go and pick Snooks up and carry it over to Karzog.
Cover's still on, sorry.
Plus the I forgot the
Gang up.
gang
They're
up.
the angelic.
Gang up's in there.
They're the angelic host
but
from that
as
Christmas
a-
special of Doctor Who, aren't they?
Formation Fighter adds the gang up bonus to their damage rolls.
Oh, is it to the damage? They changed it, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that cover bonus should make a slight bit of difference.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah,
So,
that's
okay.
bug then.
It's still a miss, but yeah.
Ah, right, sorry, I see what you're saying. Yes. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of Pack Tactics. I got my edges muddled up. I do apologise. So that would be at gang up +1. I believe is what it should say. There you go. Sorry, I got my Formation Fighters and my Pack Tactics muddled up.
Yeah, so that cover bonus is not adding to anything, even though it drops to chat.
What do you mean? It's not a count. It's not actually.
No,
counting
so
it?
his natural parry must be 9, and he's just getting +2.
Oh right, so so he did miss anyway.
Right.
So I don't need to turn the cover. It's showing the cover bonus, but it's not applying it because it's a melee
Yes,
attack,
you don't have to
which
keep
range
turning it off. It only applies to range combat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sentinel 2 will then fly over. And
It is applying it though, because if you look, roll of 10, cover heavy -4, shroud -1, gang up +1, block -2 equals 5. 10 -4 -1 +1 -2 is 5.
Yeah, it is adding it. I'll turn it off then. There we go. I'll turn it's off. Go on then, hit him. You should get gang up
Working on it,
+4,
working on it.
shouldn't you? Just curious if I've got my coding right for the gang up bonus.
I think what you've done is at gang up should
it should be the greater than gang up +1.
no, it's, yeah, it should, yeah, because at gang up is when gang up is done on you. When it's, but he's got improved block anyway, which will cancel out 2 points of gang up bonus. So there should be 1 point of gang up overall. Either way, that's a hit with a raise.
Well, there's actually. Anyway, it's a hit with a raise.
I think what's really cool is this Savage Worlds, and look how many modifiers that we're using. That's ridiculous because it's D&D. Look at that.
2 wounds upon Karzog the Claymore. Oh, he's got a Benny. I'll use it. I can't actually drag a Benny and drop it on the wound. His entry on the combat tracker is so huge. But obviously the control sake works. But I literally cannot drag one of his Bennies down because if I expand him out, you know what I mean, his entry's too big. I'm afraid he doesn't appear to have taken any damage from that whatsoever.
It was a good solid hit, but he rolled with it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, everybody got bennies.
Because
look.
Bert gets to go first again.
Which means that Karzog now doesn't have his unstoppable against the constructs because they're actually got a Joker.
No, Bert has it. The constructs don't.
Ah. I thought it was anyone acting on a Joker. Because they act on Bert's card.
Nah.
Okay, well, Bert's getting a little frustrated too, because none of his attacks seem to be doing anything either. So we're going to turn around and shoot this blue dragon, because I'm starting to get really ticked at him too.
It's the big bad. Technically speaking, your reading of the rule, you could argue, is correct. However, he's the big bad, and an NPC taking him out is very anticlimactic, and besides, I'm sulking.
Fair enough.
That's the blue dragon hit. I think that might be the blue dragon.
That should do it.
I think the blue dragon might be in the spot above here.
You'd think.
Okay, the hunter's snare doesn't apply, so that turns that to a 7. The dragon takes 2 more wounds. I'm always mean, you should know that by now.
Doesn't go down, mumble fuss. Okay.
He's probably very big.
I do not have a next turn button.
He's size 8. He's freaking huge.
Maybe you do now.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so Snooks, seeing that the dragon is a little on the discombobulated side, is going to come over here to Rannick and use some athletics as a support roll. Come on, do something. That's a big lizard. So Rannick will get a +1 on whatever he does next.
That's very nice.
And then construct number 1 is going to, where are you? Come here, construct number 1. Is going to continue trying to beat on Karzog. Aww.
Roll a d6, I'm going to be very mean. No, he doesn't critically fail. Aren't you lucky? The lunch break bennies flow. Okay, MacD, the lunch break bennies must flow.
Wow, both of them, huh? Oh, no crits on either
No
one.
crits. Okie doke. Well, that negates
No,
the problem
lunch.
about unstoppable, doesn't it? Okay, the blue dragon is no longer shaken. So obviously, it's got all it can attempt to do is break free. It's going to do that. I think it broke free.
I think it did, yeah. Shame it can't do anything else, really, isn't it?
No, it certainly can. It can move, because moving is a free action. Is it space? Yep, there it goes. Beak. Takes off.
You leave my little Amber alone!
Oh, he's just spotted Amber. Johnson's up.
Well, Tulsa's gonna multi-action here.
Okie dokie. 24-inch teleport coming up, I suspect.
Yep, 24-inch teleport. Let's see how far does that get me. I'm really pissed at Karzog. He's in the way of my wedding.
23, oh, look at that. So Johnson just teleports. I think Karzog's days are numbered now.
Oh, I'm gonna penny that one. Oh, and I was spending a penny to keep the conviction.
Yeah, as long as you don't end your turn, you'll be okay on that. Or just drop the penny into the conviction box. There you go.
That was a hit. No?
Neither of
I
those
missed?
hit. He parries both of them, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, that's good enough. I'm right there now.
Yeah, I didn't gang up bonus. Irina is up. Andre desperately trying to move himself up the combat tracker.
I'm going to go and hold for now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got exactly the same card.
Okay. Let's move to Karzog then. Okay, Karzog. Well, I know what he's going to do. Going to cast Fireball on himself. Okay, I just need to minimize that one. I can close time stop here. Blast. Blast. Okay, 2 plus 2 points for extra damage. Plus 2 points for lingering damage. Plus 2 points for fatigue. It's plus 6. Actually, no. I'm going to make that plus 8 because he can do greater blast. Okay. So that's 9 power points that's going to cost me. Down to that. And I'm going to basically detonate a fireball at point blank on himself. Obviously selective. And I'm going to bring it up. God, my dice suck today. Let's try that again, shall we?
You merely got a success on rolling a 2.
Okay, we got a raise. Okie dokie. That means that I should have actually done that beforehand, but anyway, that's okay. Do you know what? It doesn't matter because I can do it manually. So a blast.
You can just roll the damage.
Okay, so that's 5d6 damage on the first sentinel. $5d6 damage on the second sentinel. Oh, his dice rolls are sucking, aren't they? 5d6 damage on Dondrad. And 5d6 damage on Jelsa. Okay. Meantime, construct sentinels fatigue. Contact. Before you soak, I've got to apply the fatigue. I'll just take one off your fatigue rolls. Your soak rolls, rather. But you rolled a 10.
Jelsa really doesn't like Karzog.
Okay. Jelsa soaks as well. One of the construct sentinels explodes into a shower of flying stones, and I am going to spend one of my bennies to re-roll the damage on the other one. These flying construct sentinels are very annoying. Jeepers creepers! Oh, someone else just said let the bennies flow. That's I'll spend one. Okie dokie. Right, that's that one blown apart as well. Thank you very much. And then for his second action, well, we all know what he's going to do for his second action, don't we?
He's going to teleport.
Well, no, actually, he's not.
He's going to cast time stop, and then he's going to do something else, and then he's going to teleport.
Actually, no, he's just going to teleport. He hasn't got the power points to cast time stop and then teleport. Let's get rid of the blast template. He's going to teleport to there.
I'd request interrupt, but I don't appear to be on hold, even though I was, so I'm confused.
That's okay. Off you go. It's your go. What are you to do?
Yep.
Hang on, while I remember. Spend one of my... Oop, that's not the right penny pile. Then one of my bennies on here's PowerPoints, which I can't do right now, so I'll do that to open it up so I can spend my benny on his PowerPoints. Some PowerPoints back. There we go. Okay, over to you, Arena.
Scroll of teleport.
Okay.
And- Go on.
You get to
If
make
I can-
a spellcasting roll, don't you? If you get the raise, you can teleport 24 inches. If you don't, you get teleport 12.
Okay. I'm going to Benny that. And again.
It isn't how it works, but I'm just going to change it for the last game because it technically actually needs to say
Bloody hell.
scroll of teleport major. Otherwise, it's only a minor. But I've made the mistake on the ruling, so.
Right, fine. I'll just... Guess I'll have the minimal side of it. Yeesh.
Teleport 12 inches.
But you can move afterwards or before.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So effectively I can move 18 inches. Part of it can be across lava.
Yes.
Okay.
So you might want to move. But don't forget, of course, what you're really canny here, what you really do is you move 5 inches to there, then you cast the teleport that lets you move. I'm just saying, obviously, you can do it like 12 inches to there, and then you can move another inch.
That sounds good. I'll have that.
Because you literally walk up to the edge of the lava, cast teleport across the lava, and then continue as you're walking towards it, as it were. Then you teleport and finish stepping when you get to there. I've put those two buggers in the reach of a blast template, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Damnation.
I
should have put him back on his throne, but then Rannick was too close.
Amber is going to try a trick on him, I think.
Technically can't hit Amber if Amber runs away, for the record.
Well, that's a good start.
Obviously, so Amber can perform the trick and then run away, is what I'm saying. Obviously, not run, but move.
Is this a pillar or a statue she's right next to? What is it?
It's a statue.
Okay, she's going to bounce onto the statue and then onto him and then onto the statue and onto him and onto the statue and onto him in a kind of a crazed parkour thing to try and discombobulate him.
Sounds good to me. Go for it. That would be athletics.
Oh, sorry, ignore that. I just rolled the wrong thing.
Doesn't matter if for athletics. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it's obviously.
Was Amber an anthropomorphic kangaroo in another life?
Parkour.
Distracted or shaken?
Distracted or vulnerable?
That's what I meant. I'm tired.
Distracted, please.
Kozog is distracted. Kozog the Claimer is distracted.
And
He's got the speed.
then Amber will hide behind.
Yep, absolutely fine.
It's me.
Okie dokie.
You'll have to end his turn again, I think.
And then re-distracted.
Yeah. It's the only problem. It's the only problem with I do wish there was a way to move people up and down the combat tracker. Very useful.
Would be handy, wouldn't it?
Why doesn't going on hold work anymore?
It does, I just didn't put you on hold.
Right, fair enough.
I just remembered you saying you wanted to go on hold, so I knew that when you said you wanted to come off hold, I just moved the combat tracker back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, moving people on the combat tracker is a bit handy for going on hold with our Benny.
I will
Yes.
keep my boost athletics going, please.
Boost athletics. Okay. That statue's staring right at you, Rannick.
It is. It's very nasty of it. But I'm then going to shout out, "You two buggers, hold still, will you?" And I'm going to bind Karzog and the blue dragon, which now can't fly and, I believe, isn't immune to lava.
For the record, however, the blue dragon flew. Obviously, it flew from there, and Karzog's lower. So technically, from a three-dimensional space, you can't hit them both, even in area of effect. Which one do you want to hit?
Oh, I'll just hit the dragon because that'll kill it.
Yeah, exactly. I figured so, but
Then I won't spend the points for the area of effect.
exactly. That's why I was telling you. I know I put them there, but then I thought, if you think about the three-dimensionalness of it, you know what I mean. The dragon is considerably higher up than Karzog.
Yeah, that's fine. I will. I'll just get the dragon with that. In that case,
It's all up tiddly up, and he's all down diddle down down.
exactly.
Indeed. No more dragon as it falls into the lava and dies. I did wonder why
Call
they used
yourself
it.
a bloody rune lord. You're a bloody coward. That's what you are. Come out here and face us like some kind of Thassi what's name without some bloody statues to hide behind, you bastard. And I will. No, Amber does not end their turn. I want to put my conviction on as I then try to intimidate Karzog.
Button there.
Now I had him targeted, so I don't know why that didn't do anything.
I think I forgot to turn it on, the extensions on. Do you remember when we lost the mid game?
Yeah. Right, so that's creative combat then. Yep, that's still creative combat.
That's still crazy combat.
You see. And since he's already distracted, I'll make him vulnerable.
Okey-dokey. He is now vulnerable. Warden climbs up the wall. Conrad, you're up. Oh god. Don just targeted the entire world.
Dondrad's smite power is about to end.
He's targeted everyone. They're getting the impression he might
I've
be
just
doing
spent a
something
penny for power points because plan. Right, a couple of us are wounded or fatigued, and a couple of us might be fatigued in the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast relief at double range.
Are you keeping smite going, or are you letting that end?
I'm going to keep smite going as well. So, how much power points does it cost for smite? First of all,
6 power points.
right?
Um,
So
The AP plus 6 has already come off Rannick because Rannick went for Dondrad in that round because the AP plus 6 was put on as a separate thing.
Yes, I know. It's the annoying thing. Oh, actually, if you look on Smite, Dondrad, look at the Smite power.
yes.
Have a look at the Smite power.
Have a
You
look
added
at this.
it on.
AP. Oh, look at that. So if I click this button, it should bind you off targeting more than one people. But there you go. Might as well test it now.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, so I'm maintaining. So that's going to cost 6 power points to maintain smite.
Yeah, it's 1 per person.
Right, because I've already spent a penny. So what I'm going to do is only take the 6 power points off, which puts us back down to 8. And then we're going to cast relief to see if I get away with it. Because I'm just about to pass out. I know Jelsa's a bit weary and Irena's wounded.
The thing is, even with relief on, if you take another level of fatigue, you still pass out.
Yes. It just
Yes.
negates it doesn't stop you being exhausted. It just stops the effects
No.
of feeding.
No, but seeing as he's using that as an area effect, let's mess with it.
Must admit, actually, selective is quite nasty in that regard, isn't it? You all swarm around the mage, so he just fireballs the lot of you. Like, he just drops a fireball at its feet. And makes
Yeah.
himself immune. It's quite scary. Okay, that's a successful casting of relief.
Well, at least it gives me and Jelsa and Irina +1.
It does indeed. All of you are bathed in comforting, massaging magical powers. Okay, Donjad, you're up again.
Oh, and I've used my cloak.
You have used your cloak.
What we're going to do is we're going to clear targets.
In theory,
Rannick's on the Joker. Benny's for everyone.
Did you just Benny a Joker?
I did.
Good. You go first.
don't end your
Right.
turn. Right? Don't end your turn because it mucks up the counters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to. First things first, I need to switch weapons.
I was going to say, Donjad, if you go on hold, Jelsa can teleport you.
The next turn, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Jelsa can spend an extra power point to teleport herself and you. I think this might be the final round. I don't think I can keep Karzog alive much longer, to be honest. And this might be it already because he's got the Joker, so therefore unstoppable doesn't work.
And I don't need to bind him because he's already vulnerable from me intimidating him. So let us just... what's going to be the more sensible thing to do? I'm going to give myself Frenzy rather than improve my die type, I think.
I don't think I statted him correctly. Please keep going. I just have a feeling I haven't statted him correctly.
I'm just finding Frenzy. Where is it? There it is. So I'll give myself Frenzy. Takes me down. That.
Oh, maybe it. Okay. Right. Okie dokie. Yeah, actually, that's okay then.
Die, you absolute bastard! So many bloody statues! How dare you! Right, I will have my free reroll, because he's a humanoid. No, that needed to have Frenzy on it.
Actually, I haven't statted him wrong. They've statted him wrong.
So let me put that back on, because I need Frenzy on it. Still only got one hit. I will spend a Benny this time, which I'll need to do like
I did.
that. And that'll be a hit and a hit with a raise. So this is my commanding long spear. So what does that? That means it's Bane against him, doesn't it? And I moved enough to get the Rhino Hide bonus as well. So Rannick yells at him about statues being horrible and he needs to die. And then rams the spear through him. And with the spear stuck through Karzog's chest, lifts him up in the air,
No, it certainly
and
did, 'cause I
swings him
wanted- I bet
over
he
the
could
top of
set
his
at the same
head
time, man, 'cause
to
I
bring
needed
him
one.
down on the other side of him, smashing his head on the ground as the second attack.
Yeah.
And I don't think I need to Benny that. 4 wounds twice is fine. And then Rannick will kick him off the end of his spear. Bloody bastard Thessalonian. They're bastard statues.
Final battle. Here we go. Round by round tactics. We've done that. No, not the Wendigo draws. Once this. Okay. Okay, so the energy of the greedy Runelords' mortal form is unleashed in a blinding flash of light. You heard him cry out there. Well, actually, let's do it again. Let's do it again with some more volume to over it. So try that again. There you go. Why is it not voluming down? There we go. Okay, his mortal form is unleashed in a blinding flash of light. All creatures in the Eye of Avarice must make a vigor roll, or be permanently blinded.
Yep, we're in the Eye of Avarice. Ooh, Dondrad.
Conrad has failed his. It would be rather ironic, the guy who used to like throwing off. It would be
Got
Dondrad
Benny's
who gets
Dondrad.
it would be Dondrad that basically gets blinded given the amount of times he threw him out at me over the years.
Mm. Ooh!
Yeah.
What?
Ooh!
It's all right. I've got common bond if it comes to it.
Arena can shout out, "Cover your eye!"
Cover your eyes, boo! Go for the eyes!
Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh no! This is it. This is the end of the dwarf.
Do you know what the problem is? It's because he's got his eyes open just a little bit to keep an eye on the statues just in case they do something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, in the meantime, I'll deal with everything. Okay, I'll deal with everything.
Yay!
It's
Yes, yeah, I was going to say, I was never going to get to see the wedding. That was my only concern. But his sight has been restored. His faithful service to Gorham.
Actually, for the record, obviously the fight isn't technically over yet. You've just defeated Kozak. It should be pointed out that the basically the energy heals all damage, cures all debilitating conditions, including death suffered by any creature in the rune realm. Okay, that's okay.
Any creature in the room, including Karzog.
No, any creature in the rune realm, but no one got killed by being thrown into the rune well, so you're okay on that score. I didn't get round to doing it.
Ah.
Only possible blindness caused by explosion are stuff untouched by this cleansing wave of energy. Okay. Okay, while this effect also restores the giants and dragons and other creatures in the Eye of Avarice immediately, so they surrender upon witnesses the hero's defeat of the ancient lord. So it actually does it. So there we go. When the brilliant flash of light clears, the air seems to grow thin and cold, and the smoky walls of the palace vanish. The rune world has returned to its place at the base of the pinnacle of Avarice, and the golden waters quickly freeze whatever magic the rune world might have contained. This event also brings down the occluding field that surrounds the spires, restoring order to the nature of the region. Should the Karzak's defeat a much greater destruction, the occluding field and the rune world's reality. Here we go. Congratulations, you have defeated Karzak the Claimer. I suppose you want
Shawarma?
How do we get
Anybody
back to the
anybody
ruby
from
and diamond and
Shawarma?
emerald room? Because Jalsa has some souvenirs she needs to pick up before we go back to Sandpoint.
We might have a bit of a problem. There's still a bloody army of giants outside.
I think actually that's not a problem.
Why don't you? Well, hang on.
Actually, right, to be honest, actually, it's rather interesting. The whole adventure just says, "Yeah, fine, you're done." Doesn't actually. There isn't actually any continuing or anything else. I
Well,
think the
can you
point
take
is
the
they
you can
surrender.
take the head of Karzak and put it on the spike, the impaler of thorns, and carry it towards the giants. I'm sure it'll freak it right out.
All right, I suppose that'll work. Let's see if I can rip his head off then.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, they do actually. Yeah, Karzog's actually sort of destroyed in the final fight, isn't he? Which is the reason I got very confused. I mean, he's ridiculous. Here you go. Listen to this. Karzog the Claimer. When I suddenly he's statted wrong. He's meant to have 70 power points. I reckon not 60. It's 60 power points from the 12 embedded ion stones in his body.
Ooh.
But a wizard starts with 10, so in my calculation, he should have 7. So, there we are. So he had 3 crimson sphere iron stones implanted in him, 12 emerald ellipsoid iron stones implanted in him, 5 amber spindles implanted in him. So that gave him basically +3 vigor, +3 dice to vigor, +60 power points, and +5 to all trait rolls.
Right.
But it all goes with him. I don't know why. A Sihedron tome, ruby inscribed with the rune of wrath worth 1,000 gold pieces. Ruby does first. Why tell us all that if they just said he disappears? You know what I mean? And they don't actually give him a treasure pack, unlike all the others. Oh, hang on. Yes, there is gear. I'm going to, actual fact, in that case, I'm going to take that back. Yeah, why not? Yes. He goes, but all his magic items collapse to the floor. Seems fair to me. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm just going to do that. Bearing in mind that some of these have been inside his body.
Ew.
Okay. I get the impression all of you are teleported out, so technically speaking, put you back in the pinnacle. Depends whether you want that or you just want to leave it all where it is and head back to Sandpoint.
You know what? Rannick would be inclined to kick all of his stuff into the lava. Unless someone stops him, Rannick would kick all of that stuff into the lava.
Rannick, that's worth a lot of money. But why does he have eye ointment?
Kick it into the lava. Because I don't like people carrying side rings. So once he's gone, everybody who's got a boon from him, hopefully the power of the boon will fade.
What about the diamonds and the rubies? And
I'm going back to the diamond and ruby room. Those have got to be just fine.
That's fine. So, after stripping as much as you can physically carry from the place, and after I need to close lots of things, I need to close lots of windows down here. Close that one, close that one, close that one.
Must have been magic eye on it.
Delete NPCs.
Or maybe it was Guyliner.
Delete
yeah.
NPCs. So obviously, by the time you get back to, but answer no problems. Delete PCs. Cool. That slowed my combat. That's there we go. Right. Menu. Add to tracker PCs. Not that I think we'll need it, but it was the quickest way to clear out everything. There's phobias and stuff. You don't need to. Well, apart from the fact there'll be statues everywhere. I'm just clearing it out anyway. So after many days traveled, I need to change the background wallpaper. Bink. There we go.
Yeah, even on Dragonback, it probably took us a few days to get here.
Yeah, totally.
And people are happy to see you back.
Yes, Sparkle Tits, I will. Yes, I will. Not straight away. I want to go back and tidy my house first. Yes, I will. I said I would, and I will.
Well, I'm going to be here making sure. And Jelsa slips off. She has a couple of things that she needs to attend to without the others before she catches up to them again. But she's keeping an eye on Ranny.
Promised I'd tell Miko that I like her, and I will. What I'm going to do. But I'm going to have a wash first.
I'm going to go home to my
that's
cottage,
probably
spend some
a good
time with my
idea.
girlfriend.
You might want to put on some new clothes too, you know, stop by the store because that stuff's starting to look a little tattered from all the.
Nothing wrong with it. Decent set of leathers, this. Hard wearing.
Well, you might want to go and, you know, invest in something a little finer than the, you know, just battle leathers to talk to Amiko.
Why?
Because it's just good manners.
It's called getting gussied up for your girl.
Well, she used to be an adventurer. She knows what it's like.
Well, it's a way of showing respect, Rannick.
But you're not adventuring right now. Or, well, not adventuring right now.
I don't have to wear a tie, do I? Just to say that she's nice.
No, just some relaxing day off clothes. Some nice comfortable things.
All right, okay. Best go and buy a shirt and some trews then. You lot are weird.
And
Right.
we'll
Because you're
take
so
Bobby
normal.
to the general store wherever he goes to buy his clothes beforehand and slips them some extra gold to make sure he gets the very best they have.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. You got him dolled up to the nines.
Okay, you've had a bath. You've got clean clothes on. You've had plenty of time to eat and rest. It's time to go talk to Amiko, Rannick.
You're going to the Rusty Dragon Inn, are we? Which actually, I've just noticed. Actually, it's not quite central to that the wallpaper right now. See the dragon
Not quite.
on top of it.
Yes. So Rannick would like to try and give Jelsa the slip and go to the Rusty Dragon without her, if he can. And I wouldn't have been running, so that's a stealth roll of 10.
And when he looks around, he doesn't see Jelsa anywhere, so.
Rannick, there you are. God. Big map. I don't know what I managed to do. Oh, I didn't do anything. It was just weird. I just clicked on the arena just as she vanished. Or did I actually Did I manage to kick her accidentally? It says Belladonna house disconnected. They've gone very quiet. I wonder if they've both been kicked. Hello, is anyone out there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sorry. Yeah, Kay's computer just crashed, so they asked me to unplug my headset so that they could hear what was going on, but then that seemed to switch off the microphone. Really annoying.
Okay, right. You're at the Rusty Dragon. So I haven't shared the image yet. There you go. You're at the Rusty Dragon Inn.
All right, well, I will go into the bar.
Actually, that's the back edge. That's the back
That's
entrance,
back
isn't
entrance.
it? Put you around the front.
I'll walk into the bar. Seems very empty. There's nobody here.
Mm.
Rannoch will go over and sit on the stool.
What's everyone else up to?
I believe I'm off in my cottage with my girlfriend having some fun.
Okie dokie. That'll be Broddock's daughter, wasn't it?
Broddock Quint's daughter.
Yeah. You rescued
That's the
Keto
one.
Giant. I can't remember her name. I've lost the adventure, but I'm sure you know it somewhere.
When I've got this thing loaded again, it'll let me at my character sheet. I've got it noted down somewhere.
Okie dokie, I can. Oh, what about Burton Snooks and Dawn of the Dread?
Bert and Snooks will probably be chilling at the inn as well.
There's Bert and Snooks back on. There's Snooks at the inn, and there's Bert at the inn. Dawn of the Dread?
Dawn of the Dread is at the temple meeting the emissary from. Does everybody remember the little dwarf that could?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Who was granted
Lucinda. Sorry.
Lucinda, who was
No,
who was
Cinda-
given the
that
crown
was-
because we covered the crown of the falling dwarf
Yes,
lords, didn't
Lucinda,
we?
that's it.
So and we've freed the mountains. So the
Indeed.
dwarfs are going to go home back to. They're
Ah.
going to get their ancestral homes back, and they're going to
Sounds
crown the
good.
king.
Sounds good. Don Dread is obviously off sorting that one out. That sounds good.
And I want a little bit of a favour in return. I've got a wedding plan.
He hasn't proposed yet. Obviously, this is
So
where
this-
I can make the session really short here, couldn't I?
She says no.
Yeah. She
Well,
says no.
Rannoch will go and sit on the stool, and say, "Hey up, Miko, we're back. Any chance of an ale?"
Indeed, she smiles at you and reaches under the table and puts a nail down in front of you.
And Rannoch kind of plays with the flagon a bit and says, "Yeah, Miko, I made Sparkle Tits a promise. I've got to tell you something. So, well, here's the thing. I like you. You're a nice lass. You've always been not nasty to me, which, considering I'm an half-orc, is quite a lot, really. So, and Sparkle Tits has got this thing in her head that apparently we're getting married, which I'm not entirely sure where she got that from. But anyway, I made a promise in order to keep her alive to say to you that I like you, because I do, because you're nice and that. But, well, there you go. That's it then. Cheers." And then he will take a drink from his flagon.
Indeed. Righty ho. So I'm just reading about her background. And progressively friends with all groups had some Verisian priests of Shannon. They were captured by a degenerate cannibal in the Frostguard Mountains. During their escape, nearly everyone was picked off by the cannibals. Only Mika, Elder, and Elder's older brother survived. They tried to flee. Miko was bitten by a snake companion of the druid, led the cannibal. Elder pulled to safety, but he himself was bitten by the snake and eaten by the cannibals. Her last boyfriend was eaten by cannibals. So there we go. Hang on. There's people whispering stuff. Oh, Snook's down with wings. Like it. That's... Isn't it? Oh, well. Must be. It looks very adorable. Well, I don't. I think I will. I think. If I don't have Amico say anything, but yes, I suspect Elspeth will jump on a plane, hunt me down, and basically make me replay this session until she says yes.
But there's nothing for her to say yes to.
Well, yes.
Maybe it's Tavis she's
Jelsa's
gonna
hiding
think
under
that.
the table. She followed you invisible, so you don't actually know Jelsa's there.
Okay, well, Jelsa's heard what Rannick said, and Rannick's done exactly what he promised to do.
Rico just sort of
Yeah.
smiles and then carries on tidying up stuff behind the bar.
And at that point, Jelsa comes running out from underneath the table, and she jumps up on the bar and goes, Amico, he's not saying it right. You have to marry him. You're the only reason he's alive. You're the reason we're all alive. And, you know, as awful as Sandpoint already always treated him, and all he ever wanted to do was to prove that he was just as good as a human. And he needs you for that, Amico. He really needs you. You can't say no now. And then I reach in my pouch and I pull out this beautiful little gold tiara inset with rubies. And I made this for you to wear for your wedding. And I give it to her.
It's B hasn't asked me anything.
You know,
I
Sparkle Tits, you can't force someone to marry someone. It's just not.
You gotta ask her. You big dumb half orc. And I go over there and I kick him in the shoulder because I'm standing on the bar by now.
Sparkle Tit, look, I told you I'd tell Miko that I liked her, because I do.
That's not good enough, Rannick. I just kicked you in the shoulder.
Rannick just kind of sits looking a bit confused.
Rannick, say, Amico, will you marry me? I mean, it's not that hard. It's 4 words.
Miko, Rannick, if you were to marry someone, would you want to do it because some sparkle-headed gnome bullied him into saying, Miko, will you marry me?
It's very hard for her to see you at the moment. There's a gnome in the way.
Yeah, but she can probably hear me.
She probably can. I could put Bert over there.
Little pink-haired gnome jumping up and down. And she's holding a tiara, a gold tiara set with rubies.
I mean, she's really excited to have some kind of wedding. Do you know anybody in town that might want to get married?
And I kicked him again. Because, no, that makes you think you'll marry any old buddy, and you want to marry her, Rannick. Tell her.
Here, tell
her
me, Miko, hang on, Miko, do you know Brother Xin-Shalast? Because last time we were, last time we were here, she were well into Arena.
Well, maybe that's the wedding we should have instead.
Maybe Rini and Lucinda should get married.
Well, indeed. He says, well, I can't marry anyone if they don't ask. And besides which, you know, first things first, we spending more pennies here for your interaction. I think Jiminy wants it as well. So, okay, well, I think what we should do at this point is we shall have a little snippets of all the other characters and of what they're doing on their final, you know, in their days after defeating the turn of the Runelord. Obviously, that sounds like Dondrad is heading off to the mountains with the dwarves. Is that what's happening to you, Dondrad?
Well, yes, basically. So the mountains are now being reclaimed. They've just appeared. They've just discovered. Who knows what's underneath them? It's a whole new archaeology site, and the dwarf perhaps will. He'll find some peace because he was still bitter and twisted about the whole losing the volcano where his father lived. So maybe he's going to go back and he's going to get some redemption.
Before Dondrad leaves, Rannick would like to see him and give him the Ring of Torag.
Well, Dondrad might come back more than once.
He might. But just say, here, you gave me this once, Stunty, but I think it should probably stay with a dwarf. Maybe you should look after it.
Aye, the ring. That was now a very first exploration, the very first dungeon we got the ring.
It was.
And I've never worn it because it's the symbol of Torag, and I worship Gorham. But it's a symbol of the old empire, and I can't throw it away. Can't part with it.
Maybe you can reconcile the two gods together. Who knows?
Okay, so what about Bert and Schnookums?
Well, after watching all of this hubbub in the tavern between the three of them, this little love triangle, Bert is actually probably going to go spend a little time in the woods and then go back to the Pathfinder Society and see what else needs to be done.
But before Bert
long trip
leaves
off
with
to Absalom.
Snookums, before Bert leaves with Snookums, Jelsa approaches him and goes, Bert, I made all the others gifts and I never made anything for you. Because I'm going to be honest, I really, really don't understand you very well. And she pulls out some barding made out of all the red dragon scales that she collected. This I made for Snookums because I know how much you love Snookums, and I thought maybe making something for Snookums would be better in your eyes.
It's Battle Cats.
And I hand him the barding made of red dragon scales for Snookums.
Bert's a little choked up.
Little
He
choked up.
kind of sputters and stutters a little bit. Eventually, he does get out a thank you, and we'll put it on Snooks, providing Snooks will stand still for it.
And then I'll give Snookums a quick good hug and tell him, and you take good care of him, Snookums.
Sounds good. What about Arena and Lucinda?
Well, I think that we're trying to make my little cottage into a home together.
That sounds nice. I like the sound of that. So that's a nice little cottage. So then we shall basically, I would say that you obviously have an agreement that every year. I would say that obviously you have some agreement that every X years or every year or if possible, you all get back to Sandpoint. You do. So we'll forward wind, say, a couple of years into the future, and obviously it's a time when all of you have managed to get back to Sandpoint. Obviously,
Rannick has been to Fort Rannick like he promised he
Sorry.
would to help them
Yes.
restore it.
Exactly, indeed, yes.
We have to go back. We have to go back for the official book signing because what the Pathfinder Society does is you send the reports back to the Pathfinder and then they publish them in books, and it becomes a bestseller.
Indeed.
And so occasionally we have to go back for book signings.
I would say the first 12 months, obviously everyone's doing stuff and getting on with things and being busy. But the following year, so it's 2 years since you defeated Karzog, and Rannick as commander of Fort Rannick. They had to make it the same name. So Jill's handed Arena as well. Small Juliet Captain. Oh, that's nice. Obviously, but Rannick hasn't been around for some time. But when you do all return, and I've lost my token for this in raid, but you are all back, and you are all. You also can stand on the table. You are all seated around the a table in the Rusty Dragon Inn. It's been a couple of years, as I say, but at this point, because Jiminy was up in arms saying spending his pennies left, right, and centre, and this is when Miko comes over and basically proposes to Rannick.
Rannick goes for somebody that's got slightly greenish brown skin, goes bright red, possibly pink. But what? Well,
I'm assuming the last 2 years you've seen each other. You see, obviously.
Yes, Rannick will have come back to Sandpoint regularly home.
Exactly.
Well, after leaving Sandpoint, Jelsa went back to Almesta for a while and then started adventuring with the Pathfinder Society because she got to keep moving and doing new things, or she'll be subjected to the bleaching.
Go back for this.
What, you really mean it, Miko? You actually like me like that?
I think the rest of us are possibly in hysterics at the moment.
Well, apparently she does. Well, she always had a soft spot for you because you were a gentleman. But apparently, obviously, as I say, Jiminy's insisting that she proposes, so therefore she will propose. And someone's pointed out it does mean if we ever do any later adventure paths, we're going to have to go to a parallel universe now. But that's by the by.
Well,
So we get to have our wedding?
well,
You get to
bugger
have your
me.
wedding.
I don't think she's got the equipment.
Yeah. Well, look, if we're going to do this,
But I could lend her something.
Dondrad, you're a priest, aren't you?
Yes.
Will you marry me?
So
No, not marry me like that, but will you marry me? No, you know, will you marry? Will you do the wedding?
yes, we can do the wedding.
The phrase you're looking for is, will you marry us?
Aye, that's it. Yeah, Miko. I will still have to go back to Fort Rannoch for work and that, and I wouldn't want to take you away from Rusty Dragon because all glassworks, because you know Sandpoint's. Well, you're a noble here, and oh bloody hell, you're a noble. I can't be a noble.
I think he needs a brandy.
I think technically speaking, being the commander of Fort Rannoch, you're probably higher in station anyway by now. No, don't forget you are the heroes of Sandpoint as well.
Yeah, true. Well, if you really mean it, Miko. Okay, why not?
Okay, well that seems to
So
be...
yeah, so I thought so I can do the ceremony, Jill, so I can plan it, and I brought some help, and there's about 100 dwarves. Which one is?
Just happened to be there.
Indeed.
Here, Bert,
I'd be happy to provide music.
I'm going to need someone to stand by me.
Aw.
And no one I'd rather have, if you wouldn't mind.
So sweet.
You, yeah, I guess, sure. Okay.
You two Snooks, maybe if... I'm sure Jelsa's got a ring somewhere that I'm going to have because it's Jelsa. Maybe you can carry it if you're gentle with your teeth or something. I don't know, but maybe you should just ask Jelsa.
Jelsa just pulls out a ring with this beautiful star sapphire set in it that she's been carrying around since I don't know when. Yeah, I had this just because I knew the day would come, and I bet it fits you perfect, Amiko.
And Rannick looks over at Amiko and says, "Do you ever feel you've been set up for something?"
Probably.
Kiss him!
Well, I can't just take off and go because I've heard some really great. There's a whole continent down to the south that I really want to see, but I can't go and leave until I know my little brother here is all settled.
Okay, well, we shall part. Congratulations, Running.
I got married. Hey,
No, yeah, we got. I've been desperately searching in the background, so there you go.
Sandpoint Cathedral,
Where else would you get married to, Amiko?
of course.
The place is packed to the rafters.
Invitations delivered by Flying Snookums.
Indeed.
Jelsa's wearing her cloak of many colors and dancing along ahead of them. I knew I could do it.
Want to see what this?
I'll be playing some beautiful elven music for them.
Good to me. Can't get the sound effects to work for that one. Shame. I've got the created vault, I suppose. Anyway, yeah. So basically, as you can see, there's Sandpoint Cathedral. It's packed to the rafters. It's quite nice, really, because you actually get married in the let's set it up. We'll have to zoom in a lot. I'll set it up, and then obviously I'll have to set it up, and then obviously with everyone else watching and everything, but you all get to married in the stone. Centre, I've decided.
The original shrine.
Where's Arena? Arena's obviously with Lucinda, but I've lost Lucinda's token, I'm afraid.
Hurry up and get to the I do's. Come on. Before anybody changes their mind.
There we go.
So does Dondrad start with marriage is what brings us together today?
Oh, good old Peter Cook. That's the best music I could get for you. Your beautiful playing there, I'm afraid, Irene.
I can take.
So there we go, with a happy ending and a happy marriage, and being very distracted. And Jiminy saying, "Congratulations, we've broken all the canon that follows, apparently." But there we go. As I say,
And then
we'll just have
after
to
the
go to Power
I
Universe.
do's, and we go and have the wedding breakfast and what have you. Rannick will be overheard saying, "So what happens now?"
Now there's going to be little Ranniks and Amigos. Can I be the godmother? Promise me, Rannick, when I come back, I can be the
Put a
godmother.
hand over her mouth. This is the time they get to themselves.
But I want to be a godmother.
All in good time. Believe me, you won't make it quicker by watching.
Rannick's skin turns the colour of Jelsa's hair.
Oh, good stuff. Well, as I say, we may well have to return to these fellows one more time at least, maybe. But alas, that is the end of it. We've actually finally finished it. My word, that was a hard slog towards the end, in my opinion. It got a bit too D&D in that final event. But I really enjoyed it.
We didn't die.
Someone did.
Barely.
Someone did
Right.
die because
Yeah,
Rannick
Rannick died.
Rannick died twice.
Yeah, Rannick died twice and was resurrected twice.
I remember you. I didn't remember you dying twice. I remember someone died once because you had a scroll of resurrection, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's what happens. He got killed once, and then we thought that he had died,
Yes, the second time you thought Rannick had died, but he hadn't.
Yes.
but he hadn't. He
And
got
just
dragged
got
off into the shadows,
Indeed.
get given a kicking, and we thought, "Oh my god!"
Oh, Jelsa gives all her gold to the orphanage before she heads off again. That's nice. My word, you guys.
Well, the rest
are
of the party
incredible.
don't know it, but I've been leaving like 10,000 gold with the orphanage every time we've been in Sandpoint.
Have indeed. Well, there we go. I wonder what we're going to do next week then. Got 1 week, haven't we? Technically, we've got 2 more. Oh, well, I don't know. Does anyone?
When's Deadlands?
Well, I know we've got Deadlands to come, so we can either rush straight into that, or I don't know if you just fancy doing something completely different or something. But Deadlands strikes
I do
me.
need to get on your table to finish character creation for Deadlands, but other than that,
Yeah, I need to tweak my character now for reasons that nobody needs to know about.
Well, you went and
I
did.
don't think I've got a character out on the table, so I have to go and create one from scratch.
Well, I'll kick it off in a sec if need be. But yeah,
I went and did something really stupid and wrote a background, and therefore had to do something really stupid.
and Mercy, the character for Deadlands, is no Jelson. I think you guys will be.
sounds intriguing.
Can't wait to see the change.
We shall know.
Well, one of the things about the witch see men as weak and manipulative.
Right. Well, just going to take my headphones off so I don't hear them talking at the moment. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh, I think we worked it out as 82 episodes there, but we finally finished. Rise the Runelords. So from next week, we'll be doing a bit of Deadlands to tide us over until Crimson Flame comes along and we can do that. So hope you enjoy. Obviously, we've still got New Horizons going. That will start up again in January. But guys, next week, Deadlands. Horror at Headstone Hill.